Today we are going to talk about the responsibility of the media in the Colombian conflict. The media have had a great influence on the definition of the conflict throughout the history of Colombia as a four powers and as effective propaganda mechanism. Below we are going to spoke some historical facts that can verify the manipulation of the media and their influence in the Colombian conflict, fomenting hatred as a tool of alienation. While Plaza de Bolívar and the Palace of Justice were the scene of one of the most bloody battles to take place on the M19, the then Minister of Communication, Noemi Sanin, made the decision to ask the national television channels, then there were no private channels, transmitting football matches. The situation would not be more anecdotal, but because its political weight was decisive. The national government, with the connivance of the 10 communicators, tried to hide that the physical symbol of national couple of months later. It was made public that on that date, not only was there a confrontation between the guerrillas or the militaries, but also 11 magistrates were killed and several civilians were tortured and disappeared. In fact, many years after the historic November 7, that in 1985, unpublished videos of take to the Palace of Justice served as evidence to show that several of the civilians reported as missing or killed in these events had left the palace alive and guarded by the military forces, among them the assistant magistrate of the Council of State, Carlos Horacio Uran Rojas. In another questioning moment of the national journalism, thousands of Colombian witnesses the interview that Claudia Gurizate made to the paramilitary leader Carlos Castaño. The ideological bias of the interview led not a few Colombians to perceive benevolently the perpetrator of hundreds but thousands of massacres, forced displacement and torture. In fact, in some of the judgments of Justicia y Paz through the process in the framework, it is affirmed that said interview strengthened paramilitarism in the country. But not only by hiding information or praising actors is public opinion manipulated. Not a few headlines about the delivery of the country to the Castro Chavism, whatever that means, filled the headlines and hundreds of minutes on television and radio, while explanation from the national government about what is being negotiated in Havana, they are relegated and barely covered. While the essential foundation of democracy is information, the media management of information could have generated in citizens a biased view of reality. In that order of idea, it is essential that the country understand that different actors that have led the conflict in one way or another. We have to tell Colombians all the historical truth of their actions, why they did it, how they did it, who they benefited from his action and who financed them, who helped them. That is going to be a painful and complicated. The country will also have to design some mechanism that allows this actor to repair the victims. But when the victims are called Colombians, the weapons of victimization and the media and the victimizers, businessmen and professionals of journalism, how could the ideological community, political and social damage that they produce be repaired? If found guilty, the media would have victimized democracy in the country that boasts of having the oldest democracy on the continent.